Hey, welcome everybody to another Rock Writers Ramble podcast. With me today from the legendary Paradise Lost vocalist Nick Holmes. Nick, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. And I guess you guys are, in Mexico at the moment on this current North American tour?
Yeah, we've been here a few days. We're flying home tomorrow. So, yeah, then we have a few days off, then we do the States. So, yeah.
Great. Now, I wanted to start out by asking you, of course, you're doing this U.S. tour in support of the Medusa record. And, I'm a fan of this record because, to me anyway, it really sounds on this one like you guys are stretching out musically within the framework of your trademark sound. I mean, for example, From the Gallows, I really love that deep bottom end, that groove that kind of pulsates around it. Or, say, The Longest Winter. You've got that dark ambient melody and those shimmering little guitar lines. My question is, how do you and Greg still manage to sort of push the envelope with songwriting all these years later?
I mean, we're just very passionate about it. I mean, we always have been. But I think with the latest album, we kind of hinted at it with the song Beneath Broken Earth on the Plague Within album. We were kind of surprised how good that came out, and we thought, well, let's take this further and do like pretty much a full album that's in that kind of style. I mean, obviously, it's also a style we haven't done for a lot of years as well. I mean, obviously, you take a break from something, when you come back to it, it seems quite refreshing to do it again. And obviously, over a 30-year lifespan of the band, we've had periods where we haven't done anything like this. So, we've changed styles quite a few times over the years. So it's always nice to come back to it. And it's like putting on an old jacket that you find. I always kind of use that analogy, but and it just fits right, and it's still comfortable. It's the best thing way I can put it. But
well, with this being the band's 15th album, you've managed to never make the same album twice, which is amazing. I mean, Icon sounds nothing like Medusa, which sounds nothing like 1 Second. Do you attribute the sound on each record to a different headspace you were in regarding different parts of your life, or does it just seem like a natural evolution on each record?
Well, I mean, as cliched as it is, it kind of is a natural evolution, really. I mean, I also think kind of life goes in cycles. I mean, we kind of always think of the best period of our life, the best period musically, when we were truly passionate about music, is when we were kids, when we didn't have any other responsibilities. So, I mean, everything from being 15 years old to being 23, that period of music we listen to then will always be with us all our lives. And I think most people can have the similar kind of thing. And you kind of, when you get older, maybe you look back on things and you kind of think of when, before you had responsibilities and kids and all this sort of kind of thing. So, and it's quite refreshing to revisit those times, So, like I said, 30 years, there's a lot of cycles going on. You come back to stuff again and again, and you can take a break from it, then come back. And, like natural evolution, I guess,
Sure. I have to mention you've also got a great new young drummer. Tell me how you came upon Finn for the band.
Walter, I think he sent an audition to Greg, because Greg was looking for a drummer for Valenfire, his side band, and I think Walter sent an audition tape, and he got the gig with Valenfire, and then obviously we all met him, and he's a great guy, and then Adrian left PL, and then he was just kind of, it was a natural thing to get him in with PL. I think he's very versatile. He's kind of a young guy, but he can play. He's very versatile. He can play fast. He can play slow. Not all drummers can do both of those things. Some are just excellent at fast, and some are excellent at slow. But he can do both very proficiently. So yeah, he's working out great. It's been in a few years now, but he brings down the age of the band as well. Combined age of the band, he brings it down quite a lot. So we're kind of happy about that as well.
No, that's great. From the live footage that I've seen so far, just it's a perfect fit.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. He's a big fan as well, and he's a good lad. He's a good lad. Nice.
Well, again on this record, just like The Plague Within, I know you guys worked with Jamie Gomez Arellano, and I really love some of the other records he's done aside from you guys. Namely, I think Cathedral's Last Spire, and even the first Ghost record. I'm curious, what did Jamie bring to the table as far as a producer goes? And how has the role of a producer influenced you guys over the years?
We never. I mean, the last kind of the last sort of 10 years, we haven't really. I mean, we don't. The term producer is kind of getting involved in the songwriting, which we don't really need that. I mean, we know exactly what we want to do when we hit the studio, so it's more about getting the sound, really, I guess. I mean, Gomez, he's a big fan of the genre that we're in, and he's a big fan of the music, and he's also a musician as well. He's a really good drummer as well, so he knows about sounds. But I mean, the last album does sound really good. I still, even when I listen to it, I'm always blown away how good the sound he's got for it. But like you said, I mean, I was a big fan of the first Ghost album as well. I think he's done a great job with that as well. But yeah, I mean, it helps, if you've got a producer engineer that's actually into your music and they understand the music as well. Because sometimes you work with guys that they don't understand it, and that's when it can kind of go tits up. So we're lucky that Gomez, he's a big fan of what we're doing, Oh,
that's great. I was actually going to ask you about the band Ghost that he's worked with. I mean, a lot of they're kind of a polarizing force in the world of heavy music. I mean, they always create a good bit of discussion among fans. So you're pretty much on par with the Ghost camp?
Yeah, I mean, they supported us. I think it was our 25th anniversary, or maybe the Draconian Times tour we did, and they supported us for 3 or 4 shows. It was kind of before they got big, but I always knew they would get big. I knew they would, because they kind of filled the void with metal and theatre that Kiss kind of created, and no one's really done it that well since. Kind of like catchy songs and theatre, and no one's really done it since Kiss, I don't think. I knew they would get big. I knew it, and the songs are super catchy. So I mean, they've gone in and they've completely exploded. So I mean, good luck to those guys. But yeah. I just tip my hat to them, I got all the best of them, The first album is still my favourite for sure,
Definitely. That kind of leads me into the next question is, the legacy that the band has at this point, Paradise Lost. Do you guys find inspiration still in any contemporary heavy music? I mean, there's so many subgenres out there and so many bands that were actually influenced by you guys. I'm curious if you ever discover any bands that are really, vibrant and exciting to you as far as what they're doing.
Greg is a really big fan of underground death metal stuff. He absolutely loves it. He's kind of, he just listens to it all the time. He loves new bands. He loves the new death metal bands. The kind of noisier the better. He loves all that. He loves it. For me, I'm kind of more like cherry picking. I can listen to 20 bands and I might find one that I quite like. I don't listen to things just because they're popular, or I don't care what people listen to. It doesn't bother me. Now and again, I'll hear a band and they just strike a chord with me, and it's very rare. It's not even that often. It could be every 5 years. But obviously we still like the old stuff. We still love the old bands we liked as kids. I could put on Possessed Seven Churches now and still enjoy it as much as I do when I was 18 years old, So. But I'm pretty fussy with it. I know exactly what I like, and it doesn't always, it's not always what everybody else likes. I don't really care what everyone else likes,
Sure. Now, as far as your versatility as a vocalist goes, Nick, you really seem to be at ease, whether it be working a melody or doing a growl. I'm curious, as a vocalist, what's it like switching between these parts? Does it make singing more of a creative expression for you, or is it somehow more grueling switching up these styles? What's that like?
I think it just means I've got to look after myself and look after my voice more. It's more about it's more about when I'm not on stage, if I'm honest. I don't go out partying. I don't go to nightclubs. I keep quiet after the shows. I don't do all the things that everyone thinks that people in bands do. It's more about just so I can still do it on stage and do it effectively. I have to really take care of myself, and like I said, I'm not a young man either. That's something else as well. You really have to be careful what you do and what you don't do, and what you eat, and how much sleep you get, all the boring things like that. So, but yeah, I also have a lot of time I can experiment with different styles I can do, because obviously we all have our home studios. We can do all things like that. It's not like in the old days where you got in the studio and you could find out there and then if you could do it or not. We have more luxury than that now, so you can experiment more, I guess.
Sure. I also have to mention I follow your Instagram page, and I'm always blown away with how fascinating different parts of this world can be, and I love how you document a lot of locations that you visit. My question is, what's been the best part of touring the world for so many years? I mean, what's it taught you about humanity?
I just think everyone's the same, really. Everyone's the same. Everyone just wants to have fun. Everyone wants to get a nice life, and everyone really fundamentally wants to get along with everybody else. Everyone, we're not here for long. It doesn't really matter where you come from. We're all the same, really. We just want a nice life, and that's pretty much, what I kind of discovered. It doesn't matter where I go. People are the same. Everyone's the same. It doesn't matter what language you speak. But I guess it broadens the mind as well. Touring isn't like, on my Instagram, most of the Instagram stuff is kind of pretty much vacations that I go on. Touring is a lot more hectic, and you're constantly in airports. It's a lot of a different. It's a different beast completely to having a vacation. People always associate the fact that because you're in X country or whatever, that it must be really great. But a lot of the time, you're like in an industrial estate in the middle of Milan. It's not that glamorous.
Sure.
But it's nice, I love going. It's nice on vacations, relaxing. The touring is a totally different beast, regardless of where you are. It doesn't matter where in the world you are. It's the same kind of airports.
Right. How do you feel about social media these days in general as sort of a necessity for bands and a promotional tool? In my opinion, I do love the instant gratification that you get, but it also takes a little bit of mystery. For example, when I was a kid and the band had a new record coming out, you would not know anything about that record until the release date,
Yeah, I agree totally. Completely, it kills the mystery. We are being our age, and we completely, when we were kids and we were waiting for the new Celtic Frost album, it was just so exciting, waiting for it, and it's completely killing. It's just instant. Everything's instant. I just have to look at my own kids. They have the attention span of an ant. It's like they just want instant things. It's like, I always call it the McDonald's generation. They just, everything's got to be instant, and it does kill it completely kills and it's a shame. It really is a shame, but unfortunately, it is what it is, and you've got to just roll with it. I think some people are obsessed with social media. You're really seeing a generation of people that just can't do anything without, like you say, seeing getting likes or whatever, all this kind of thing. And it's nice to feel wanted, of course it is, but I think people are really getting a bit fucked up with it, if I'm honest.
Right. No, that's the truth. So, I was kicking around the internet, and I do believe there is some new Bloodbath material also on the way in October. What can you tell me about that new music?
Yeah, well, we've released the first song off the album. It's released on the 26th of next month. I think it's the Arrow of Satan is Drawn is the title, and it's very, very heavy. We're looking forward to it. There's good response to the first song that we've just released, Bloody Side. So then we're going to do a tour in the end of November, a European tour, and we're looking at we're supposed to come to the States. We had to cancel, but hopefully we're going to come back again next year, so we'll see. Mm.
So as far as working with the musicians in Bloodbath, Nick, is it a completely different animal than Paradise Lost has been?
No, not really. The guys, the Catatonia and Axis in Opeth, they've been around. They've been doing it for a long time. It's not their first rodeo. So it's we're all pretty much the same. We've been doing it a long time. We know exactly how everything works, and I get along with those guys really great, and as I do with the guys in PL. So we're all kind of similar age. They're a bit younger than me, but we all come from the same backgrounds. We all like the same bands, and it's I've been in the band 3 years now, and it's gone great.
Absolutely. So, kind of in wrapping things up with you, Nick, the legacy of the band. You've got a 30-year history at this point, influenced countless bands. How has the legacy been through your eyes? Do you see a lot of your sound in a lot of younger bands? Maybe there's a lot of bands now that are kind of classed as older bands, that I know were very, were fans of PL. Anathema were when they started out, and the Cradle of Filth were as well. And but then, they've also, Cradle of Filth have influenced
loads of bands, so it's just it sort of carries on down through the years, new bands influence other bands, and it just carries on like that. The band Bathory have influenced an entire genre, but I mean, maybe a lot of the new guys that play in black metal bands, they don't really know much about Bathory, even though they might even sound like them, and they don't even realise they do. I mean, it's just, we've been around a long time, but yeah, it's very flattering that people thought of us as an influence, but at the same time, we just keep doing what we do, and we just keep moving forward,
Absolutely. When you guys started, 30 years ago, did you see this as a career? I mean, were you looking really much past the first record?
No, I mean, I'm still wondering what I'm going to do for a job after the band, if I'm honest. I'm going to be like a postman or something. No. I mean, absolutely not. You can never look too far ahead in a band. I mean, it's such a frail industry to be in. You can never plan ahead. I mean, just when it's going great, it can just end really quickly. It's very flimsy industry to be in. So yeah, you just got to ride the wave while you can, and just keep your fingers crossed. There's so much luck involved. There's luck in everything in life, but I think in music, there's so much luck involved in it. I think
Oh, absolutely. Well, hey, there you go, everybody. A couple minutes chatting with Nick Holmes from Paradise Lost. The U.S. tour is due to begin very, very soon. We'll post the dates up for you. And the new album, of course, is Medusa. And Nick, thanks so much for the chat. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, cheers, man. Really good to speak to you. Thank you.